Hey everybody, welcome back to the Bourbon Note. I'm Greg.
I'm Ben.
And today, we are following up on a previous bourbon that we've reviewed. This time, we're going old. 15 years, in fact. All right, Ben, bring it on in.
All right, we have, bam, IW Harper 15 year. So, we've done the regular IW Harper.
And it's sitting over there. We should probably bring it in and just go ahead and do a flight.
I thought we were going to surprise them with it, but bam, we've also got the regular IW Harper. So, we're going to drink the 15 first, though, because we definitely want to do a standalone review of this and not like taint it with anything else, and then go back to the basic one. So, what are the proof points on here?
They're both low, to be honest.
86 proof on the 15 year. And I think this one is probably, no, this one is 82 proof. What an odd proof point. I don't know if I've ever had an 82 proof bourbon before.
Everything about
Switch these around.
IW Harper is a tad unique. This seems to be about all they make. You know, probably a 4 to 5 year bourbon and a 15 year. Like, that's just a...
It is weird, and it's kind of weird, like, I get that you're putting out I don't know what to do with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
A 15 year product obviously is you know, it's difficult to do. It's a lot of time in the barrel. It's a lot of time you're not putting product out. So releasing that at like a cask strength, obviously you're getting less yield for more time. But it seems odd to make you think maybe make a 10 year at like 100 proof versus a 15 year at 86.
I have a theory.
That is what I said, right? 86 proof?
You did say 86. But here's my theory. They wanted to set up a distillery, which they succeeded. Good job, guys. And they distilled this or sourced this younger kind of stuff. And out of nowhere, they got a call and said, hey, we've got this really old couple of barrels.
We've got a 15 year. Look at the color on those.
Yeah, whoa.
I mean, even just from this perspective on the dark colored bar, you can definitely see
if you can see, there's a significant difference.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's a really good chance these are totally different distilleries and nothing similar about them.
So this is sourced.
I don't honestly know.
Okay.
So
I like the decanter style bottle.
The decanter is
badass.
Awesome.
I'm doing the 15 first. So I'm not even touching the other one until I've done a solid.
Well, let's do this then. I've got the 15 year on the left. We tend to increase in proof. Okay, so 15 year.
Yep. And I did say 86.
One.
I just want to confirm that. Yep, 86 proof.
Don't want to pull a Benny Walker.
And not pour the right ones. This actually has a nice nose. I would guess that there's more than 86 proof. So you really are getting the age.
Definitely.
It's noticeable. I mean, compared to other 86 proof bourbons that we've had.
Very rich, which we get on older oaked, well oaked.
Does it say where this is? Bottled by IW Harper in Tennessee.
Yeah.
Any information on what this mash bill might be or where it might be sourced from? Because we recently did a video. I'm getting similar.
Yeah, it's similar, but it's definitely in the traditional bourbon vein. So.
Yeah, it is. But all right, I'm gonna go for it. How much was this?
I think over 100. 129 kind of thing, is what I'm thinking.
It's good. I think the proof point is killing it.
Definitely, totally. Like if this were 110 or something like that, it would help.
Yeah. You might be onto something where they were are sourcing from a certain distillery, and they just called and said, "Hey, we've got this old stock. What do you want to do with it?
Yeah.
Are you interested?"
Yep.
Because I think that if you're going to, it's hard to justify a premium whiskey, which obviously at 15 years in a nice decanter bottle, it's hard to justify an 86 proof premium bourbon anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just.
So I am getting a flavor profile that candied strawberry flavor.
Really? Interesting.
It's rich. I mean, clearly a 15-year bourbon. Comes across as well-aged.
The age definitely
wood
comes
spice,
through. Yeah.
Wood sugars. But a little bit of like an airiness. And so we're just going to say it. We think this came from George Dickel. And could be totally wrong.
We could be wrong, but we just recently did the Dickel Flight video. And I'm definitely getting some similar vibes. We did the Guero, which we also think is possibly Dickel.
Right.
That's a 17-year, of course, that's a higher proof. But that aside, this has a nice flavor to it.
It does.
But for the $100 for a premium bourbon, you got to come at me with something more than 86 proof.
Yeah, I agree.
There's so much potential here.
It needed to be 100 proof or more, maybe.
To justify the price, for sure.
Yep.
All right, so now let's just drive this off a cliff, go down to the however old this one is.
Probably 4 years.
It says Kentucky Straight. I don't see an age statement, so we're rocking at least 4.
4-year, 82 proof.
So a little less proof. I'm assuming less age. Assuming this is not also 15 and they just said, nah, let's not label it.
That's right.
And this is interesting because, batch-wise, where this came from versus where this came from.
Does this have any information?
But what's interesting is to have these two, a premium and a fairly budget-friendly one, an old one and a young one, that are so close in proof that you really get to just see what the age did to it.
Yep. Also Tennessee, by the way. And it's the same town in Tennessee that I think some of the Dickel stuff is distilled at, so I think we're onto something with where it came from. Not that there's anything wrong with that. We actually really like that Dickel Flight.
Yeah, except for the one.
Yep.
This has nice flavors to it for the, what is this, $29 or whatever?
In that range, yeah.
If you're looking for a low proof one, which we typically don't, but the flavors that are there are pretty nice.
My guess is this is like that 80 proof Dickel that we had. It's not.
I was just thinking that'd be interesting to compare those two side by side.
I think we've really reached 2 more that are in that same family.
But drinking this compared to the younger one compared to the 15-year, you really do see that age now coming through. Like,
definitely.
Oh yeah, there's just no comparison. Like even just nose those next to each other. You're getting so much more flavor out of the 15-year. And it's not just a punch of oak either.
It's really nice, rich, well-rounded, kind of creamy vanilla notes. The spice, even though it's only 86 proof, that brings a lot of spice from the wood.
Yeah.
This is just much more interesting, but, way more expensive.
Yeah, this has actually gotten better. The 15-year has gotten better.
I agree.
Comparing it to the other one. Now going back to it, it drinks even better. Where that proof point isn't holding it back quite as bad. It still is, obviously. But when you compare it to something younger of a similar proof, you really get to see how much extra flavor this one does have.
Yeah.
But this would be a great bourbon for somebody who just likes something that tastes a little more premium but doesn't like proof. And there are plenty of those people out there. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Not everybody likes the high proof stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe in the current state of bourbon where things are, typically the more premium options are the higher proof ones.
That's what I was just thinking.
Which we think is great, but if you do think about some people that just don't like that, maybe there's no place for them to go for like a good premium well-aged bourbon.
Premium, low proof.
Yeah.
That's not as well represented as a category.
It isn't. I know Basil Hayden tries. And to their credit, they're not $100. They're also not 15 years.
Yeah.
But yes, I mean, this definitely has its place for something like that. Now, for me personally, I will not go buy a bottle of this because I wouldn't spend $100 on that proof point because it's just not my proof point. But that being said, it's good. It's definitely a good whiskey for sure. And so if you have a low-proof bourbon lover in your life, this would make a great gift if you can get a hold of this. So I don't know, like
I've seen it occasionally.
You ordered this, right?
I
From
did,
the World Wide Web?
but I had seen it, and I didn't pay a crazy amount. But
that is a great-looking bottle.
yeah,
I mean, it's just...
see it occasionally sitting in an actual liquor store.
Really? I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Yeah, unlike others. But yeah, commands around $100, and so it's hard to justify proof-wise.
Yeah, but flavor-wise, it has a nice mouthfeel. It's got like that quality.
Yep.
Like this one you can tell is just thinner, you know? Not just in flavor, it just feels physically thinner. You don't get that viscosity from it.
This has a lot of richness and a lot of complexity with layers. So
yeah, again, going back and forth, it's just, this one falls off a cliff. So good job on that one. Now, at this point we have to.
what is a 19-year,
Yes.
166
Assuming this is 4 years,
proof?
this is a 19-year, 166.
Yeah. Should be a sledgehammer and a half.
Do you think some people watch when we do this and cringe at moments like this? It's like, did you seriously just pour a 15-year bourbon in with
A 4-year?
a budget-friendly?
No, people enjoy it. I think.
Well, then, that way we waste good whiskey and you don't have to.
Well, no, they're doing it. Guarantee.
Shocking how much the younger whiskey really just kills the older aged one.
While this one's really good, it doesn't have enough strength to push through.
The 15-year isn't lifting up the other one. The other one is pulling it down.
There's a little both, but yeah. There's not enough excitement in this one to spice up the life of this
Yeah, for sure.
buzzkill. Yeah, this actually drinks is rather bland.
Yeah.
With a weird wood spice.
Yeah,
So
I was
wood
just going to
spice
say that
and
wood
nothing.
spice is trying to come through,
Yeah.
but there's not really anything else.
There's no bourbon notes.
So, yeah, in summary, like I said, I will not buy a bottle of this just because of the premium price. If this is a $50, $60 bottle, maybe.
Yeah,
just
totally.
to have a nice low proofer to share with people
Sure.
that come over. That's kind of really the purpose of a bottle like this, I think.
It
For
totally
me,
could be.
just having, and that's kind of what I do with most of my like more premium stuff, is it's just nice. I don't just sit and sip on those during the week, weeknight pour on the porch or anything like that.
Yeah.
I like to save them and share them with somebody who maybe hasn't had them before, hasn't had an opportunity or whatever. And this is a good bottle for that, because it is a 15-year. That's great.
Well, I think this is a great explanation of what does the wood provide. Let it go.
Tell us, Greg. Tell us all about what the wood provides.
What does the oak, the additional age in the barrel, how does that affect the whiskey?
Yeah. Yep, for sure. So, in summary, it's good. It's just expensive and low proof.
I agree.
If that's what you're looking for, then rush out.
And a great looking bottle.
Yep, absolutely. And super heavy. Like this is like a,
It's actual decanter. I'll keep it around as a decanter once it's gone.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I like it. I'll sip on it and
Sure.
be perfectly happy with it, but I probably won't replace this bottle with another one.
Well, you know how we say sometimes when we drink something, it's like, this is good, but I'm not going to reach for this one. I'll reach for 100 other things before I reach for this one. I would occasionally reach for this one.
I totally agree.
If you want just a nice, easy going, because sometimes you don't want all that alcohol proof. Maybe you want to have...
I actually think its use case, kind of like Basil Hayden, higher quality, but low proof, is actually a category. Now, it's not a perfect category for me and definitely not for you, but it is for some people.
But sometimes you want to have a nice, thick
totally.
pour of whiskey,
Yep.
but you don't want the higher proof because you don't want to get loopy or whatever. And sometimes it's difficult
Who's
to find a good tasting one at a lower proof. This is that. I will say that.
Okay.
So. All right, well, this has been a couple of IW Harper products on the Bourbon Note. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Ben.
I'm Greg. Share this video with a friend or an enemy. Make your friends enemies. Cheers. I spilled. That was too aggressive with a cheers.
We almost stuck the landing on that.
Almost.